Yo, 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 what's going on? It's your boy Professor P back with another video banger. I don't know, I'm just messing with this. Ain't no banger, but we'll do a recap. I did not get a chance to drop my weekend analysis. Busy with the family, a million and one things going on. Football game, Alabama roll tide. We was in the building busting heads, so I did get the charts marked up, but I did not get to drop the video. Did not get to create the video. So what I want to do now is just go over my weekly recap. Um, I can start off on Bitcoin because we're on the Bitcoin chart. But for the most part, I've been checking video Bitcoin for about 3 weeks now, and I have had some successful trading on it. What I noticed was price action did this big impulse to the downside. I think this started last week. So now that price action has done this big impulse to the downside, what I was looking for was retracement trades. And what I saw was marking from the high to the low, hitting it on the fibs. We closed back above the 382 and we were pushing above the 50. Um, I did have a position over here. I can't remember if this position got stopped out or if I closed it early, simply because I saw price action pushing back towards that 50, but I was looking for it to retest back to that 382. But yesterday, um, which was what's today? Tuesday? Yesterday, what's today? Wednesday? Yeah, yesterday was Tuesday. Okay. As price action pushed above this 50, I saw, we just tapped into, where price action rejected from over here on the left. And all I simply was looking for was price action to retest structure over here. So by the time I got to the chart, somewhere around the Asian session, saw price action making lower lows and lower highs. Um, I pretty much just hopped in. As price pushed up, came back, pushed down, came back up. I got in over here, and as you can see, I had stops above a little bit better on the 15, but I had stops above this structure over here simply because um, originally, like I said, with this retracement, with this impulse move here, I was looking for this price action to retest all the way back up to this green line here. And that's why I got my second trade idea from. But with this one, I saw the lower lows and lower highs on the 15. So once I, established me good enough or identified a higher low or a lower high that worked for me on the 15, I started getting in, looking to retest this structure and to close this gap in the market right here. And pretty much that's exactly what happened. And from this trade, I said, okay, well, price comes out here and respects this level down here, then potentially I can put me a buy limit in. So as we come, I could be tapped in and then watch price action push back up to here. This was the original trade setup for this idea. Once price action pushed back in the profits over here, stops move to break even, and then you can see what happened on the rest. With this one, price action came down and tapped me in. I think it was early this morning. Yeah, came down and tapped me in. And then it started pushing up. I put stops to break even. Then I thought about it a little bit more. I was like, nah, let me go ahead and get out. So I am not still in this trade. I got out at this white line while this candle was pushing up. So as this candle pushed above, closed. I didn't make it way up here. I didn't sit through any of this back and forth. I closed as soon as we got above that white line right there. So that's what that trade looks like. I had all these dropped over in the Telegram group. There are the results from the Bitcoin. And then the only other thing I did was GJ, buy stops and market executions on GJ. This was the sale on BTC yeah, this is Bitcoin that I had in. I can't remember if I got trailed. Oh no. Okay, that's what happened on this one. This one had TP1 and I closed out because of the way that candle was formulating. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I was looking for price action. We came up, touched the 50. I saw this reaction from the 50. So as we came up and wasn't breaking any of these highs, I was looking for a trade to come back to retest down here. And I got in. Let's see exactly where we was at. Yep, got in, came back down. Yeah, the price came down from something that 50. Let's see. So what we got over here? Yeah. This week opened on the 5th. So all this would have happened already. So what I saw was that what made me want to take this trade, retest the 50, and I saw this reaction breaking a little bullish structure over here, but it did not break one of the main structures. And this would be what I call the main structure because on the 1 hour, that area is still there, and then on the 4 hour is non-existent. So I call that a key level because it exists on the 1 hour and the 30 level, in the 30 minutes. So first session came up and pushed up again, and then once I saw it come down, it was on the 15. I probably would have seen that small candle that made me close out. Yeah, I think it's somewhere up here, but yeah, I closed as we hit my TP1, and then the rest of it retraced here. Never hit my stops. It was above the 50, and then it melted out and hit full, or not full profits, but TP2. I want to say, yeah, something like that. Either way, I didn't hold the trade, but I got in and got out early. Like I said, because I saw that small candle start to develop. But these trades here did hold up. I did catch full profits on that one and then partials on that one. What is this? This is when I first got in that trade. Bitcoin gold. Okay, so I did not drop the other GJ trades, but moving over to GJ. Pretty much the same setup as Bitcoin. I saw the impulse last week, and then I saw price action retracing back up to retest that zone. I had a buy stop in on this trade. I started watching it during the Asian session, which would have been, let me see. Would have been right over here. So I saw price action push up and then pull back, not breaking any structural lows over here, then retest the highs, not really breaking any highs. So then I started watching all this consolidation. So I said, okay, well, if we're going to push up and retest this structure right over here, then, as price break above, where price exhausted over here, I should be good to go with the gas. So had me a little buy stop in on DJ, and then it went right to targets. No drawdown at all. As like I said, it was a buy stop, not a market execution. And then, yeah, that was pretty much it. With this one, once I saw price action close above this area here, which is back over here, I was saying, okay, let's bump out to the higher time frame because something ain't really making sense. If we were gonna push back down and continue this bearish trend, then price action should have done that from this level here. And it didn't. It pushed down. It gave you the reaction. The reaction was to the downside. It didn't break any structures looking left. This reaction, let me go ahead and delete this. It pushed back to the downside. It didn't break any structures looking left. It kept pushing bullish. So I was like, okay, well, if this ain't the level that's going to give us the gas, I'm trying to squeeze in another buy. And this was the candle / area that I was targeting right here, this bullish candle before the big massive drop. And price pushed right up to the bottom of that wick, if not a little bit more with that bearish candle, and then melted. So not a big, not a little bit more than a 1-on-1, 1.3 on the ratio. But yeah, no drawdown on this one as well. Straight TP action. Last night, what did I see? Price action was pulling back from touching that level. And what I really thought was, since we touched that level, we was going to just drop and give you the new lower low. What I saw was price action come out and give you what I considered to be the Asian high. It wasn't this candle, it was back in over here. When you see it better on the 15. I saw price action do this little motion here. I thought this was the Asian high, and then we was going to come down. And with my notes, I'll drag them all over. I can read off, what I was thinking at the time, what I was feeling, and how I felt like I was going to be able to execute the best. So what I had was weekly was bearish, sitting at a strong resistance level. If we break 148,463, we're looking good to go to the downside as far as 141,500 levels. The daily was bearish, could possibly be creating a new lower high. I saw a daily order block around 147,500. Got all that marked up down here. And that's why I think we're coming to. That's why I think if GJ start breaking some of these lows over here, I think that's going to be our next target area. I saw that the 1 hour was consolidating, which was this price action here, and then 1 hour and lower. First objective was to break the MY low. So while I was sitting up and preparing to get in, I was looking to see if we were gonna break that NY low first, and it didn't. It came down again. I was like, okay, well, we ain't breaking. Maybe it's gonna push back up. So I didn't get in. I put a sell stop right below this level because, like I said, after we tapped into that level up here, looking left, I thought this was going to be the structure to immediately just give us some gas to the downside and start breaking structural lows. So that's why my overall bias was bearish. So once I saw this Asian session create these levels over here, I put me a sell stop right below. The stop loss was above, somewhat this NY level range over here, not completely above, but just above these last few structures that it created. And as you can see, around what time it is? Yeah, it's about 9-10 o'clock last night. Price action pushed up. I wasn't at the charts anymore, but I did still have this sell stop active or in the queue. And then as you can see, right around in London, manipulated down to my entry, pulled back. I didn't get to see any of this because I was asleep already by that time. It was just running. Pulled back, almost stopping me out, about 30 pips. So I entered here, not over here, because it was a sell stop. The entry was here, pulled back immediately, 20-something, almost 30-something pips, and then dropped down to TP for 37 pips. Like I said, a little bit more than a 1-to-1. I had my targets at this area simply because that's what price action stopped at before, or one of the areas that price action stopped at before when it was pushing up, reacted back down here from this level and then continued to the highs. Overall, like I said, I'm still looking for this price action to come all the way back down here, but I knew if I woke up and TP was hit and we broke, this level here, then I could be setting up potentially for today to be taking even more shorts to get back down here, because I definitely didn't think we were coming all the way down here or even to the bearish continuation zone last night. I just figured price action was bearish, and that, the opportunity just wasn't there yet during the Asian session to get in and catch a trade potentially back to this level. So as you can see, price action tapped me in, retrace, went to draw down, then came back and hit full profits on that one. As far as tonight, I haven't really analyzed tonight. I just really wanted to get this video out because I want to delete some of this stuff and get it off the charts. But, after I delete it, I ain't putting it back on to make the video. So that's why I made the video before I analyzed for tonight. So the Asian session is open and cracking. It is doing some movement. Not much movement, but it is moving. Got them 3-4 little candles right there. We can move this over here now, and we can analyze and see if we can catch one tonight. Let's see. Yeah, so far, man, it has been a pretty good week. I didn't expect these buy stops and sell stops to, be as profitable or beneficial as they have been, simply because I've been in the past, when I tried, the buy stops and sell stops, not being at the chart, they all pretty much got clapped. I didn't really have too many profitable situations where putting buy stops and sell stops in, and then I knew I was going to be away from the charts for a fact that they worked out for me. I was willing to do it. I'm willing to do it now simply because I noticed that, like I said, I trade the Asian, but I ain't really getting the gas in the Asian. And the next time that the gas or the next time momentum volatility is supposed to pick up within the market is pre-London open and then London open. So I know, okay, well, if I got my trend right and I'm going in the right direction and I got my structure right and I'm reading the charts correctly, then I got a high probability of these buy stops and these sell stops working out for me. The only thing I got to question is my potential targets and my potential stops. Like even with this one, if I would have had, TP a little bit higher or more into this zone back over here, this one wouldn't have made it, and then you would have hit full stops because I would have hit full stops because I wasn't at the charts. On this one, had I had that stop loss pulled in a little bit tighter, try to, to save more capital, then this one, as it initiated down here, potentially could have stopped me out. You see how close that is to being stopped out, So I'm grateful that it didn't get stopped out. I'm grateful that it played all the way out because it definitely is a confidence boost. But it also shows me that probably want to make some adjustments, so that situations like this where it does come in and then immediately springboard back out of that zone, um, don't catch me to bite me in the ass later on. So um, AU, this is what I want to kind of trade tonight between AU and GJ, simply because I'm looking for price to push back into this. Either I see two possible different things. I marked this up yesterday. I was looking forward to jump off, but we were like price action was way down here last night. I could have took buys, but I wasn't confident in the buys, simply because trend is bearish. So if for the most part I am comfortable with the trade, and I probably won't take it. But what I was looking at with this one was with this big move to the downside. It's not really an impulsive move. It's more of a trending move, in my eyes anyway. Um, I was looking to see how we retraced. And if we got to this 382 and started throwing wicks, started rejecting this area, then I would have been looking for shorts from here. If we pushed up and closed above this area, then I would have been looking for buys back into the 70% range. But none of those scenarios have played out so far, and price is already retracing from this. I would call this an impulsive move on a 4 hour. It's a little choppy, but at the same time, you only got one bearish candle out of all these bullish candles. Another thing I take away from this is, if this area down here, this demand down here is going to be the level that's going to give you the gas. I like to see impulsive candles coming away from this level. Candles with long wicks to the bottom with big body candles to the upside, not these small choppy candles. This is on a 1 hour time frame. So as you're looking at this, yeah, price action is pushing up, but there is little to no volume in any of these candles. Look how big this gray candle is here compared to all these little choppy candles here. So for me, most of the time when I'm looking at the charts and I see big engulfing candles to the downside and small choppy candles to the upside, I look at this choppiness, these small low volume candles, no momentum candles, to be like corrective price action. Push up, pull back, 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 until it reaches the area that it's trying to get to, and then it just finally just melts, or it gets to this area, finds support, and then impulses up to the upside. So let me see what GU look like. GU finally broke out of consolidation. I haven't did any trades on this one. I barely even got it marked up, just simply because when I identified over the weekend consolidation range, I wanted to see it break out to the upside and retest up here, possibly continuation buys above there, or break below this area like it did here. But I wouldn't have took this as a continuation sale, simply because this is even on the 1 hour. We broke below that level and then bought right back above that level. So if price action come down now and then, close out this wick, or even close below that wick and then retest that level and stay below 1.32, 111, then yeah, I'll be interested in taking some shorts, away from that level. But looking at it from the higher time frame, yeah, you sitting right at a higher time frame resistance level. So we, just like over here, we were bullish. We came back and tapped back into this level and immediately impulsed to the upside. Same thing over here, tapped into that level or close to that level and immediately pushed back to the upside. So right now we're tapping into that level, but we haven't withdrawn from that level. So, and then you got an inside bar on the daily chart, which probably 9 times out of 10 is going to come to close off this wick and then make its decision on whether it wants to go bullish or bearish. I don't like price action like this because you got this big ass candle with these wicks on both sides. But then, price action just chilling up here. How the hell you got way up there, bro? So this candle pushed up, pulled down, and then pulled back and then closed. Then this candle opened up here. This would have had to pull down a little bit, then push up, and then come back down. And this candle just open. 22 hours left on that count. So, yeah. What I would be looking for over AU, simply because of how choppy this looks or how it's developing, I would just mark up higher highs and higher, or lower lows and lower highs, high low, lower high. This area pushed down, didn't break any lows. This area pushed down, still hasn't broken any lows. So this low over here really, I mean, it's been wicked through, but there hasn't been a candle to close below that low right there. So I'll be really careful with this simply because, like I said, you got this wick, but none of that, all this price action after that wick, none of them was able to break below that. Well, it broke below that level, but it wasn't able to close below this level here. On a 1 hour, you might see a close below that level. Well, see, you don't even sit on the 1 hour. You just got wicks below that level. So I would be careful of bullish, or I would be careful of demand increasing from this level. Yeah, I'll be really cautious taking sales. So in order to short this market or continue to short this market, I want to see price action come down and close, at least either close below this level with a body close, or close below this wick with a body close and then retest and then take shorts from that way. Otherwise, probably just be sit back and watch and eat popcorn, or let it do a structure shift and then take buys away from this level. But only the buys are because of what price action did looking left. And this was way back in December of 2020. So yeah, we can see if demand becomes greater than supply from this area. And I just marked this up last night. So oops, that's what we're looking for there. Gold. I'm looking for gold to pull back up to this level and potentially short from up there. I ain't 100% on that, but something I was looking at before. Okay, yeah. The buy to sell candle is what I'm waiting on for gold. So we are having bullish price action right now in the lower time frames. Overall market structure is bearish. So in order for me to take a buy, I need to close above this black level here and then retest it and stay above it. And tonight we say today, baby. But I'm looking for price action to push above, come back and retest, and come up here and do a liquidity grab. So I feel like there's some resting orders up here. Simply because this buy to sell candle right here. I think it's resting order sitting right there. We already went over AU, GU, consolidating, breaking out of consolidation. UJ, UJ, I try to take shorts over here. Once price action closed below this little trend line right here, but then immediately, and you can see, stop loss on that one. Yeah, I know the trade's not on the chart, but I'm telling you, as price closed below that trend line, especially on the lower time frame, as we closed below that trend line, I was looking for short, had stops above, and yeah, I'm looking for it to come all the way back down though. Trying to trade the range, like somewhat what we got over here. I was looking for an impulse back to the downside, and then once we closed below that trend line, that's where I thought we was going. But as you can see, we just increased the consolidation range. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna light scan that one. We're gonna dark house this one. And then we're gonna see what price action do from there. We actually can delete this one because this one ain't nothing real. We can delete this here. And then just go from there. Still considering the consolidation range, bounce from the top to the bottom, bottom to the top. Now we're gonna see if price potentially closes below there. We want to see an impulse break, retest where we just came from. It looks like a 3-leg extension too. Shout out to Bank Robber FX, Bank Robber, if you're listening, if you get to see this. It looks like a 3-leg extension to me. We're gonna see what happens. But yeah, especially if price break these lows over here at 113, we'll call it even 600, 113, 600. Potentially see that break, see that retest, and then potentially take shorts back into the lows. I am overall bearish on UJ. And I am bearish on UJ because of something I saw in the higher time frames, like this out right here. What I was looking at on UJ from the higher time frames is if this is your high, we got the low retest of the high. We have not created lower lows ever since. And then what I saw was price action wick. Make this bigger for you. this wick right here, touch right into that supply zone right over here. And I was looking for a price action to come down and make new lows below this structure over here. Now I know this is on a weekly time frame. That is a big ass theory, but once I saw this wick and then price action started reacting bearishly last week coming into this week, I was like, oh, it might play out, bro. Look at that impulse from that zone. You know, that's that wick that touched right up into that supply looking left. You know, that might give us the gas to the downside. So that's why I'm overall bearish on G or UJ. Price action is bullish as hell. We have not broken any structures up here. When you get down here, then you'll know the truth. You know, are we going to continue bearish or are we going to impulse back into the highs? But overall, I'm looking for this market to short. If it don't short, I won't take no trades. If it do short, I won't take no trades until I see what I need to see. But overall, for me right now, it's consolidating. It is consolidating. I don't really check the news too often, but I do every now and again. Check for these red photos. I don't trade CAD, USD. We got some job openings out this morning. So tonight, we got a bunch of nothing. Got some orange folders, unemployment claims. That might be important tomorrow morning. Let's see what else we got. Friday, CPI news. They're going to give you some gas. And then, yeah, pretty much as we get closer and closer to more of these holidays, I probably will be reverting back over to cryptos because I don't think there's going to be a lot of momentum on the currency side to be able to take advantage of. So I'll be right over here with Bitcoin and the homies. See what they got going on. CRO coin, doing a little song, 88, retracing, Shiba, but nothing, XLM. Ooh, okay, get some gas from the man. Let's see what happens. Let's see what we do when we push back up into this level right now. This on a daily chart. I probably won't do too much, nothing. Got a break, retest. Push up, get a little high, high, low. So you want to see. Let's see if price action gets up some more. And what happens when we get back up in here. Most of these cryptos, only ones I really trade is Bitcoin, XRP, and Ethereum. I don't really trade these other ones. I look at these other ones as far as actively buying the coins, as far as stock purchase on the stock side. So I mark these up just because. I mark them up this way just because, but I also am able to see like where I can potentially get in. What makes me nervous about Ethereum? Yeah, we had a breaker structure over here looking left. We broke through that supply zone, but you have this big ass wick down here that's unfilled. All wicks get filled. I repeat, all wicks get filled. You figure me? And this one is not filled just yet. What that means is there are orders waiting down here to potentially buy this market back up. And knowing that, then that means that if all orders get filled, then that means if price action is way up, that means it has to make another drop before it fills those orders. So if you think it's a pump fake, let's go back in the past. Let's look at some big ass wicks. All right, you see this wick right here? What happened? Price pushed up, like gonna give some gas to the top side, then boom, wick fill. And then what happened? Pushed all the way back into some highs. Pushed back into some highs. We can go back as far as anybody wants. And we can do this little examination. This is on a 4-hour chart. Got this big ass wick. What happened? Price pushed up, came down, boom, wick fill. Then price started going up. It even came back down and fill again. Fill that wick. And then price pushed up. So coming back forward, seeing that big ass wick, like, bro, no, I need Ethereum to go bullish. We had to break a structure, we had to retest. Kind of close below that structure too, so you call it another break structure. But yeah, this might sell off one more again. So I don't have my eyes on that. I'll be looking for Bitcoin. I don't know exactly what Bitcoin going, but I would like for it to push to the 70% level and see how it reacts. And then if it doesn't stall out there and it start coming back down, then our next area is way up here, back in the 56, 55, 58 range. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this one. If you're watching, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Welcome to the youth.